Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are talking right now with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com, previewing Week 3 in the NFL. Joe's going to cover 6 games with us this week. He covered 6 games with us last week for free, gave us 5 winners, ATS winners in those games. Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com. Thanks so much for being back with us.
Well, thank you, Peter.
All right, Green Bay and Detroit is the game we're going to analyze right now. Before we get to it, give a plug for OffshoreInsiders.com. Tell folks a little bit about how long you've been in this business and how successful you've been over those years.
Yeah, no, I forgot to put down the exact numbers, but if I recall correctly, I was 6-2 last week with our highest rated wise guy plays in college and pro football combined, but even better in pro football at 4-0, and we were 7-2 with our pro football premium plays. Way ahead for the year, college and NFL combined, going back to the preseason. 27th year in the business now at OffshoreInsiders.com, baby.
All right, pretty impressive, Joe Duffy. And we get him here on SBR Videos for you, giving free advice and free picks every week, 6 NFL games. There you go. That's what you get when you come to SBR Videos. All right, Green Bay and Detroit is the game we're going to analyze right now. Detroit -2 or 2.5, home favorite. Total is 53, up from 52. And we just discussed the Washington-Philly game where you said you liked the over, you thought the total was a little bit low. Here we go. Green Bay, Detroit, higher total, and it's gone up. It's 53 right now. Detroit came off of their pretty sound beating by Carolina, and Green Bay did bounce back from their Seattle loss. They beat the Jets. They didn't cover, though, and in that game, the Jets were actually kind of close in the fourth quarter. So is that telling for Green Bay? Did the Jets expose some holes for in Green Bay? Not exactly sure. The Lions clearly are a talented team, not the most reliable team, definitely not a perfect team. Both these teams also have defenses that were supposed to be maybe a little bit improved this year, somewhat good. Totals 53, Detroit -2 or 2.5. I have no opinion as of right now. What's your take on this game, Joe?
Yeah, well, the Lions, obviously anyone who's watched this knows I'm not a huge fan of Matt Stafford, but then again, I call him predictably unpredictable, where he bounces back from bad efforts. This is not one of his classic, either way, predictably unpredictable efforts with people that have seen me explain it. But still, Detroit, they're really lacking a running game. They're getting just 3 yards per rushing attempt. In their first half of games, they've really struggled, just 44 yards on 25 carries, and that could really come back and haunt them against a very good Green Bay team. You're right. Have the Packers looked tremendous this year? No. We saw that on Thursday night to open the NFL season where they were completely blown out. But still, the Packers, all in all, are the better team. Now, obviously, the odds makers slightly agree because home field is worth 3 points, so therefore the odds makers do agree. But I think there's a little bit more of a gap. At the end of the day, when it comes to a big game, and it's a pretty big game here where Green Bay really has established themselves, I'm certainly going to go with Aaron Rodgers ahead of Matt Stafford. And more importantly than that, Green Bay, they made adjustments. You know, the NFL is about adjustments. They missed 18 tackles, the Packers did, in their season opening loss to Seattle. They missed just 3 in Week 2. So Mike McCarthy, he's a better coach. Green Bay, they got the better quarterback. They've got the better coach. And like I said, with Detroit's lack of a running game, I do like the Packers here as the small underdog.
2 and 2.5 is our widely available numbers. We can give you Green Bay plus 2.5. And do you have anything to say about the total or nothing much?
Yeah, no, you're right. It is a fairly high total for offenses. Clearly, there's no question there are weapons there, but Matt Stafford is capable of, putting out a dud there, and especially with a so-so running game, they might be able to slow down. So with the pretty high total, I think I'm going to say this game will probably be under as the better play.
Joe Duffy's official recommended play on this one, Green Bay plus 2.5. Thanks so much, Joe.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.